Happy Easter! Welcome to On a Bear's Dime, where we like to share some ideas on how to save time and money to reach your goals and live a better life. Today I'm going to show you how we color Easter eggs. We did it a couple different ways to help us prepare for the coming Easter holiday. Alright, first we need to hard boil our eggs. So I usually put mine in a pot and cover them with cold water just so that they're almost covered with water. I start them out on medium high, and when they come to a boil, I put the lid on top of it, set a timer for 5 minutes, and then turn the burner off. I do have an electric stove, so the burner stays hot for quite a while. For this way we're going to color eggs, we need white distilled vinegar and food coloring and water. And we originally were going to paint the eggs, but we did it a few different ways with these colors. So I'm using my silicone cupcake holders, and I'm putting like 3 or 4 drops of food coloring in and about a tablespoon of white vinegar, and then probably about a quarter to a half a cup of water. Now, like, our original intention was to paint these eggs, so that's why I'm using such small containers. You could use like like if we're just dipping eggs, we use a coffee pot or coffee cup and put a little bit more water in it and a little bit more vinegar. So here are our eggs, and one thing that we like to do is use a crayon to make pictures or draw words on our eggs. Typically when you buy a kit from the store, it comes with a wax pencil, and it's the same as a crayon. You can use the white so that it just looks like the egg, or you can use a whole bunch of different colors, just depending on how you want to do it. So this was our original idea, to paint the eggs. You can buy they kind of look like Q-tip things with the paint already put in, but we decided to try this, and then it just got dumped. So if you want to make plain colored eggs, you can do it this way also. Using this method, you can put them multiple colors. This one was dipped into the green for a few minutes and then flipped over and put into the blue. We also used rubber bands to go around the eggs to kind of make it a tie-dyed effect. And then this was pretty cool. It made a pretty good tie-dye effect. We colored the eggs a little bit and then took the food coloring and put it directly onto the eggs. Just fair warning, this is kind of messy, so you might want to take out the rubber gloves and put down the newspaper. But one good thing, we're in quarantine, so it doesn't really matter if your fingers are blue, purple, or green. Nobody's really going to see you anyway. So back to these eggs. Drop a couple drops of food coloring on them. Leave them on there for a couple minutes. And then we're going to dip them into one of the colors to kind of make it a tie-dye effect. So here we put this one into the orange color and just makes it a little marbly into the purple. And there is the finished drying project. And here we are putting the rubber bands around the eggs. This kind of puts white lines around the eggs, and you could put them in one color for a little while and then put it into a different color, and then you could actually take the rubber bands off and put it into a third color if you'd like. And here's the final product. Here's the one that I drew a cross on You can write your kids' names on it, make flowers, anything you want to for these eggs. So now we're gonna do whipped cream tie-dyed eggs. And I just got a container of light whipped topping from Walmart. It was under $1. Aldi's had it too for like 75 cents. And here are some more of our boiled eggs. And we are going to spread out the whipped cream onto the bottom. I'm using a cake pan. You can use a cookie sheet or some kind of pan like this. And I didn't use the whole entire container. You probably could if you have a lot of eggs to do, but we did not do too many eggs. I probably could have used a lot less, to be completely honest. And after you get it in the pan, smooth it so that it kind of covers the entire bottom of the pan. And I'm going to use food coloring, and we're going to put dots of the food coloring all around the whipped cream. And you can use the traditional red, yellow, green, blue. I also had some neon colors from a previous project, so we use those as well. And with the eggs, we're going to dip them in vinegar just to kind of open up the membranes in the eggshells so that it'll take the color of the food coloring a little better. And you can leave them in for a minute. We just rolled it around in the vinegar. And while we're doing this, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to our channel. We upload a video every Wednesday at around 1 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm also doing a garden series where I'm going to do a live tour of our garden every Saturday at 10 a.m. So subscribe and hit the notification bell button so you know when we're going to be live and when we upload new videos. So here's our vinegar, and we're just going to dip the egg into. I'm just dipping the egg into it. You probably should let it sit for about a minute or so, but I thought our eggs looked pretty good. And put it into the whipped cream and roll it around to the different colors to kind of make a tie-dyed effect. And the more direct contact it gets with the color, the darker the color will be on the eggs. And we're just going to pull them out and put them onto an egg tray. And I let them sit for about 10 minutes. I let some of them sit for 10 minutes, let some of them sit for half an hour. I really didn't see a difference between the two. The most difference was the direct contact versus the indirect contact. So here's I'm getting all of the colors in. And eventually you'll start to find if you're doing a lot of eggs that the colors will kind of turn brownish. So, and here's the finished product. You can see that there's really pretty pastel colors. So anyway, have a happy Easter. Don't let the quarantine prevent you from celebrating. And we'll see you in the next video. Thanks.